graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. And out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. And out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
All right, yo, what's going on? What is up, folks? Hopefully you're all doing well, and hopefully you're all having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. All right, I want to make sure that this is working, so just bear with me for a second. Let's go to edit. I can't do edit right here. Are we live on TikTok? Why is the live chat not working? I don't know why it's not working. It's a little bit weird. It says that it's streaming. It says that it's live. But what's going on, YouTube? What's going on, everybody? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Appreciate you all so much for being on here. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and turn on those notification bell icons too, and that way you'll know when we go live. We were testing out the TikTok before, and we were doing it with the same setup that we have on here. And yeah, so far, so good, except I cannot see where TikTok is. So just bear with me for a little bit. I'm going to take a quick step off. All right, don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Okay, great. We are live on the talk. We are live. Everywhere we are. We are live. It's beautiful. All right, and I can see my chat on here. It doesn't show you on Restream that you can't see it. You can't see it on Restream, which is a little bit annoying. But that's all right. All right, we got a Phillies game tonight. Let's talk about that, okay? Not a good game last night. Last night we had a lot of different things going on, and just overall, it was a terrible offensive performance. I couldn't even do a post game afterwards because A, I was tired, and B, my technology was not working. More so, B, about the technology and the internet. But even still, that was an awful game. Bohm popped up with like the bases. We had bases loaded, and we just could not get anybody home a couple of times last night. And then Bohm in extra innings, dude, he pops up out over towards shallow center field. Dude, what are you doing? Seriously. I mean, just the amount of times that I'm watching this team leave guys on base is just so pathetic. And it's so frustrating to the point where I don't even know what you do with the lineup because it's not just Alec Bohm. That's the problem. Stott's not hitting. Marsh is not hitting. I mean, everywhere you look, there's just guys that are not contributing. So that's the frustrating part about it. We have some big lineup changes tonight. And by big, I really mean for Rob Thompson's standards. I mean, he just put together probably a spreadsheet of lineups, and he was just like, you know what, I'm going to randomize it. And he probably threw it through like a randomized generator or something, and that's how he came out with the lineup today. JT Realmuto is not playing today. Sosa is not playing today, and we'll talk more about that in just a little bit. Okay. Aaron Nola is going to be taking the mound today. This St. Louis Cardinals team, to be honest with you, has not been playing good baseball at all whatsoever. They won a game 2 days ago, but they really just have found themselves into a rut. They get rid of Paul Goldschmidt. The whole idea after 2022 was for them to have two guys that were cornerstones to their franchise in Goldschmidt and Arenado. And right now, this team is in a very weird spot. They're in the middle of the pack, and they are going to have to try to find a way to figure out like what their identity is. I just don't know who they really are right now. I think that they're more so in that, try to rebuild type of a mode and just sell off the guys that are at the end of their prime, like the William Contrerases of the world, or the Wilson Contrerases of the world, the Nolan Gormans, Nolan Arenados, and all those types of guys. Helsleys, they're in a very weird spot, and they are not a team that's going to be contending in the NL Central, at least not that I see. But anyhow, we should be able to take at least 2 out of 3 against the St. Louis Cardinals team. They gave up 20 gazillion runs on Sunday against the Boston Red Sox. Last weekend, they gave up at least 44 runs over the weekend last week. It was bad. It was really bad. And they have not been producing runs at the plate. Jordan Walker, he's hitting 282, but you have guys like a Segis that are playing today that haven't really gotten a lot of at-bats. Mason Wynn has not been doing really well for them. They're all over the place, and I feel like the Phillies, even though they just lost the series against the Atlanta Braves, there's no doubt that they should be able to at least take 2 out of 3 against this Cardinals ball club. So those are my thoughts on this. I want to hear what your final score predictions are. Please comment those down below. It was annoying last night, and now I'm just ready to turn the page and have Aaron Nola go out there on the mound, and hopefully he can try to have you a good performance today where he goes 6 to 7 good innings and he keeps you involved. That's all that I want. That's all that I want today from Aaron Nola. A quality start where he gives you 6 to 7 good innings and he just doesn't throw meatballs down the middle of the plate. Somebody was talking about it earlier today about Aaron Nola, and I thought that it was a very accurate statement. When he is off, he is off. But when he's on, he's on. He's not a pitcher that is going to overpower you with throwing 98, 99. And if he's trying to locate it on the outside edge, he has to locate it on the outside edge. Some pitchers can make some mistakes, and they can throw it a little bit outside, and we can get a little bit annoyed with that too if they're walking batters. But the vice versa side of it is that, you know, if he's not on, it can go a little bit towards the middle part of the plate, and it might just be a little bit too far to the right or a little bit too far to the left, and that's where his mistakes come. And that's something that we don't like. Okay, I don't like it when he gives up the long ball. I agree with you. But he is either so on point or he'll just give up like that one little hiccup. And I think overall he's been doing a pretty good job. That's where I am with Aaron Nola. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. Once again, I will not be live tomorrow. I am going to have RB come on over here, though. And he is going to be doing the game for us in the afternoon tomorrow. Because tomorrow for me is Passover. And I'm celebrating that with my family. So, but yeah, let us know how you feel down below. What's up, halftime? Hopefully you're doing good. Did my channel go through? Did your channel go through? No, it did not. It did not go through for some reason. Did I make you a mod on here? Is that why it didn't go through? No, it did not go through. Your channel. Drop a like to Philly halftime. Thanks, man. It's a long day for me. I also had to get up at 4:30. Yeah, I know. I get it. I know you had to get up early. I know. But yeah, let us know what your thoughts are down below and talk to us about this baseball team. I am going to go live after the game tonight for a post-game show, so you better be on for that. You can always call on into the show. 610-314-0844 is the phone number. You can either leave a voicemail or you can call on into the show or leave a text message. And then we're also live on Discord too. So if my mods could comment my Discord link and post that down below, I would really, really appreciate that. All right, let's get ready to go to our live stream. Okay, so let's talk about this, man. Let's get into the nitty gritty with this baseball game. Hit that like button if you have not done so already, and subscribe to the channel as well. And if you're tuning in over on TikTok, welcome aboard as well. We have a different lineup today. Again, Rob Thompson went into a lab and just put a random generator out there, and this is the lineup that he got today. Bryson Stott's in the leadoff spot. Trey Turner's batting second. Bryce Harper's hitting third, and Kyle Schwarber is protecting him and is batting in the cleanup spot. Then you got Nick Castellanos batting fifth. Max Kepler sixth. All the way down at the seventh spot is Alec Bohm. And then it's Brandon Marsh. He's batting eighth. And Rafael Marchand is the catcher, and he's batting ninth. No JT Realmuto. No Edmundo Sosa. And no Johan Rojas in tonight's game. That's what's notable about this lineup. Besides that, again, it's Stott in the leadoff spot. Turner's batting second. Harper's hitting third. Schwarber's hitting fourth. Castellanos is fifth. And then it's Kepler sixth. Bohm seventh. Marsh eighth. And Marchand ninth. I'll tell you this. Okay, I remember when Trey Turner was struggling, it took Rob 4 months, it felt like, three months really, for him to finally move him down in the batting order. Okay, I will tell you that he has not been playing with the whole Alec Bohm situation. Okay, not to like be on Rob's side here, but I kind of have to give him a little bit of credit for that. Would I want him benched? Yes. Unfortunately, though, besides just Edmundo Sosa being out there, which I do agree with, that doesn't help the other problems either with Brandon Marsh and with Bryson Stott. And it sucks. It really does. But again, it's Stott, Turner, Harper, Schwarber, Castellanos, Kepler, Bohm, Marsh, and Marchand. On a scale of 1 to 10, rate this lineup. 1 being not so good, 10 being outstanding. I'm going to go today with a 5. I'm going to go with a 5 today. Now I'll upgrade it to a 6. Lars Nootbaar is going to be batting in the leadoff spot for the St. Louis Cardinals. And then it'll be Jordan Walker, Brandon Donovan, Nolan Arenado, Alec Burleson, Pedro Pages, Victor Scott, the second, Thomas Segis, and Mason Wynn. They are all batting from 1 through 9. So, yeah, let us know. Let us know what you think about the lineup on a scale of 1 through 10. Andre Palante is going to pitch. This is a guy who has a 3.86 earned run average and 5 walks allowed, as well as 9 strikeouts, too. If you have not done so already, make sure you guys hit the like button and hit that subscribe button as well. Appreciate each and every one of you. Spread that word. If you're on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitch, again, appreciate each and every one of you for being on here. Yes, sir. 6 would be a 7 if Sosa was in. I'm with you there, Larry. I am 1,000% with you on that. So, again, stop batting in the leadoff spot for the Phillies. The Cardinals are in their red and white uniforms. They have They have 2 Cardinals with a yellow bat. They're standing on top of the bat. That's on the front side of the chest. And then below that, it says the Lou in yellow text. Pedro Pages is catching. Andre Palante is pitching. Then the corner infielders, you got Burleson at first. At third, it's Arenado. And the middle infielders, at second base, it'll be Thomas Segis at second and Mason Wynn at short. Outfielders for the Cardinals, it's Victor Scott in center, Lars Nootbaar in left, and Jordan Walker in right. First pitch, as we're underway, is taken for a called strike. And we are live. We are up and running. Mods, if we could get some people. Yeah, it says the Lou. Thelou. The Lou. The pitch. That's taken outside for a ball. Go for 6, but Marsh over Sosa again. Rob puts Sosa in for Marsh every day. I'm with you. I'm with you, man. 1-1 pitch. There's a line drive, foul ball. Isn't it sad? And I have to give Broads this. Not saying I don't give him credit, but Broads did say something last night. Isn't it sad how Brandon Marsh just cannot outcompete Johan Rojas in center field? 1-2 pitch, and it's outside for ball 2. They're pretty cool uniforms, and they also have hats that say STL in white text. 2-2 pitch, and there's a soft roller hit over towards the right side, and the toss over to first is in time by Thomas Segis. Andre Palante with a 4-seamer, a slider, a knuckle curve, and a sinker. Hitters are batting .300 against the 4-seamer and .500 versus the knuckle curve. What's up, Kelvin? Appreciate you for being on here, man. The pitch, and there's a called strike. That's on the outside edge at the knees. Turner hitting .270 in 10 games. He had a solo homer 2 nights ago. He stares at the 0-1 and takes a slider at the kneecaps for strike 2. Phillies have their gray tops, gray bottoms, and the text says Phillies on the chest in red. 0-2 delivery, and it's a knuckle curve that's in the dirt, and Turner actually picked it up and tossed the baseball backhanded over towards the Phillies dugout. Palante became a full-time starter on the 29th of May of last year. 1-2 pitch, and there's a one hopper hit over towards second base. Shortstop has it, throws it over to first, and it's in time to get Trey. So a ground out to second by Stott, and a ground out to short by Trey Turner. And Bryce Harper is due up next. Pretty nice play there by Mason Wynn. He had to throw it really quickly as Turner was hustling. He almost beat it out. I don't know if I emphasized that, but it's pretty close. Crew chief for tonight, CB Buckner's behind the plate. Scott Berry's at first. Adam Beck is at second. And Dan Ayasagna, is the third base umpire. The pitch to Harper, and it's outside and low. Harper with 2 homers and 5 RBI. And a .267 average on the season thus far. 1-0 pitch, and it's outside. It was a 4-seamer at 93. Phillies play tomorrow afternoon at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And then they play on Sunday afternoon at 2:15 as well. The 2-0 pitch just misses, according to CB Buckner. Is inside for ball 3. Then they come home to play the Giants for 4 games at Citizens Bank Park. 3-0 pitch, and there's a called strike right down the middle. Then they play the Marlins at home for 3 games from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, they play out in Queens against the Mets. Then they finally have an off day on the 24th. The pitch to Harper, and it's inside for ball 4. And Bryce gets on with a 2-out walk. Phillies lost 4-2 yesterday in the 11th inning. They had a 2-hour, 45-minute rain delay during the 7th inning, or right before it went to the 7th inning, I should say. The pitch to Kyle Schwarber, and he takes strike 1. Schwarber last night had a solo homer and ended up going 1 for 5, almost hit a grand slam, too, in that 11th inning. 0-1 pitch to Schwarber, and it's inside. Our 4-seamer. Harper did walk 3 times last night. That's what I wanted to mention. And he has actually recorded a walk in each of his last 7 games. 1-1 pitch, and it's outside for ball 2. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well, folks. Let us know how many likes we have, Mod Squad, and how many people are viewing this. 2-1 to Schwarber. Line drive, base hit out over to right field. Harper will take a turn over at second base. Walker is going to make the throw, and Harper heads back to second base, and he's safe. And so Schwarber gives a little thumbs up over towards the dugout, and Nick Castellanos is going to come on up to the plate. Looks like he got a 4-seamer right down Broadway. He was just able to belt it out over to right field. Phillies are going to try to get a run home here. A little 2-out dramatics here. Pitch to Castellanos. It's outside. Runner goes, and Schwarber is safe over at second base. Can't believe that they just did a double steal, but Schwarber wanted to go on the first pitch, and so did Bryce Harper, and Schwarber was safe at second. So a base hit can put in 2 runs. Not really a good throw either by the catcher. That's Pedro Pajes. We saw him play in Sunday night's game when we did the Sunday night game for Ivan Herrera, who went on the IL after injuring himself in the first game of that doubleheader on Sunday. 1-0 pitch, and it's down low and inside for ball 2. Surprised that they went there, really. 2-0 to Casty. Line drive hit out towards right field, and Walker will make the catch. It was hit sharply just right at Jordan Walker. The inning is over, and so the Phillies strand 2 runners in scoring position, and we go to the bottom of the first. Cardinals are coming up to the plate. If you're over on TikTok, appreciate you for coming on over here. Means a lot. 110 watching and 39 likes. Let's go. Appreciate you. Big moves. I honestly didn't think it was even necessary for them to even do the double steal there. I was a little bit annoyed that they did it, but it worked. And then we got bad luck. Baseball's so unforgivable. Casty hit a shot out over to right field, and it was caught. But again, you know what they're going to remember at the end of the day? He didn't get on with the base hit there. Didn't get on with the base hit, so. The Giants are absolutely destroying the Yankees so far. They had 5 runs in the first inning, including a 3-run bomb by Jung-Hoo Lee. And then Lamont Wade Jr. was able to get on with a 2-run base hit. It was a double. And they had 6 men aboard until Flores, who was the 7-hole hitter, got out. And according to Sarah Langs, that was the first time the Giants recorded 5 or more runs before the first plate appearance with an out since May 11th of 2006. It's wild. Here comes Nootbaar to the plate. So the Cardinals are in their red tops, gray bottoms. Nootbaar also has a yellow elbow guard on his right elbow as he bats on the left side and takes the first pitch for a ball. One ball, no strikes. Nola kicks and delivers. And it's outside for ball 2. They have Goldschmidt batting on the leadoff spot in the Yankees game. Nola with a 6.35 earned run average so far. And the next pitch misses outside for ball 3. So he goes with 3 four-seamers that are just off the plate. And they're all wide. Nootbaar has a .417 slugging percentage. 2 homers, 6 runs batted in. 3-0 pitch. And he gets the call there at the kneecaps for strike 1. Cardinals are 5-7. Phillies are 8-4. Marchand's behind the plate for the Phillies. 3-1 offering, and it's high and inside for ball 4. Phillies defense, their defensive lineup will look like this. It'll be Aaron Nola on the mound. Rafael Marchand is his catcher. Bryce Harper's at first. Bryson Stott's at second. Trey Turner's at shortstop, and Alec Bohm is over at third. The first pitch to Jordan Walker is a sinker that catches the inner plaque of the plate for strike 1. In the outfield, Kepler is out in left, Marsh is in center, and Castellanos is in right field. A base runner over at first. No score, bottom of the first. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed on a four-seamer that was elevating high and inside. Three seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 0-2 was a little bit outside, but Buckner calls it strike 3 anyways. And a chair in the chat for Knowles. There's the first strikeout. Nice. Aaron Nola has an 8-3 record against the Cardinals, a lifetime .256 ERA, and a .82 WHIP as well. First pitch that he throws is a hair off the plate. And look at this. Opponents are slugging .310 against him, which for an NL opponent, that's not so good. That's first. And their batting average is just 170. Donovan in the box, hitting on the left side, and takes a hanger out over towards left field, but it's hooking foul and goes out of play. I like that. That's something a little bit different I did in the call there. That was kind of cool. Takes a little hanger. Means we're getting into our groove. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. How's everybody doing? Comment down below in the chat. What's going on? How's everybody's night? 1 ball, 1 strike. Nola kicks and fires. The pitch is up high. The throw back to first. Not in time. It was not a pitch out, but Marchand threw it from his knees over to first base. It was a pretty good throw. 2 balls, 1 strike. Newpar's like, damn. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock as Nola will get set just at the letters. And he winds up and starts his motion and fires, and it's upstairs. St. Louis is 5-7. They're 1.5 games behind the Brewers in the NL Central, and they're 2.5 behind the Cubs. 3-1 pitch, and that's going to slice foul towards the left field side and go about 6 rows deep. The Cubs are 9-6. The Brewers are 7-6. Cardinals have a 5-7 record, and then they're a half game above the Pirates and the Cardinals, who are both 5-8. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner over at first, 1 out, bottom of the first, and the 3-2 pitch on the way is fouled off again, and will do it again. The Fightins are 6-4 over their last 10 games. They've put up 56 runs. They've allowed 43 and have a +13 run differential. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And Nola kicks and deals, and that one is spoiled and goes out of play again. Painter did return to the mound today. He threw 37 pitches, and he got some of them at 100. Toss back to first, not in time. Good sign. They're hoping that he can join the ball club by June. July is really the target. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. A changeup. That was thrown by Aaron Nola. Swiping second is Lars Nootbaar. That's the bad news, but the second strikeout today by Nola. I liked that pitch. I mean, I know that it was low, but the way that he got the velocity on that looked very deceptive to the hitter. And he put it in a very good spot. That was a good pitch to try. He takes that pitch, you tip your cap. First pitch to Arenado, and it's upstairs for a ball. Already 16 pitches in this bottom of the first. Only 3 strikeouts this season from Nolan Arenado in 11 games. He has a .310 average. 1-0 pitch, And it's outside for a ball. Wonder what it would take for the Phillies to get Nolan Arenado. Arenado has the fifth lowest strikeout percentage in at least 600 plate appearances since 2024. Pitched to Arenado, he pops it up out over towards shallow left center field. Turner says he has it, and he does, and he'll make the grab as he stands right in front of Brandon Marsh, and the inning is over. So Nola just gives up a leadoff walk, and that's it. Then we go to the second inning. No score. Okay. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We are also live on TikTok right now, too. We got one person tuning in on TikTok. That's cool. Appreciate each and every one of you for being on here. JJ, my guy, what's up? What's up, BL? How are you? Steve says I'm doing all right. Mark says it's a rainy night. Yep. It is a rainy night. Cool. Cody Love over on TikTok. What's up, Cody? How are you, man? If you guys like the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles, we do play-by-plays on YouTube. We're also streaming now to TikTok as well, just so that we can try to get more people to come on over to our YouTube side of things. So if you guys enjoy it, head on over to the YouTube side. Can I post links in TikTok's chat? I didn't try that. That was one other thing I should have thought about. But let's try it now. Let's do it now. See if it works. We got 141 people tuning on in. Again, I'm not going to be live tomorrow. I will post this on my community tab. Philly Take with RB is going to come on in. And he's going to fill on in for us. This is my YouTube link. I don't think it will allow you to join unless maybe I made myself a mod on TikTok Live, which I don't think I can do. That is my YouTube link. Okay. Well, it doesn't work. Here comes Max Kepler to the plate. And the pitch is down for a ball. The Cardinals just made a change already? Palante's still pitching. The pitch, and there's a foul ball. So Thomas Segui slides on over to shortstop already. And Mason Nguyen got taken out of the game and was replaced by Pajes, who now slides on over to second base. So Nguyen just came on out of the game. The pitch on the way, ground ball rolled over towards first base, and it's taken by Burleson to the bag. And then the new catcher for the Cardinals is going to be Yoel Pozo. Make sure I'm saying that correct, chat. Yoel Pozo. Who I guess will be batting in the 9 spot for a win. One 0 pitch to Bohm, and he stares at strike one. One ball, one strike, with one out in the top of the second. And the pitch to Alec Bohm, swing and a miss. Again, don't know what necessarily happened to Mason Nguyen, but that's a little bit odd. 1-2 pitch. That's down for ball 2. Some peculiar news, according to Katie Wu. Mason Wynn is out of the game in the second with lower back spasms. 2-2 pitch, and that's taken down for a ball. If you recall, there's no true backup shortstop on the roster. Brandon Donovan is the DH today, so he can't slide on it. 3-2 pitch. There's a foul ball. Maybe the Phillies can use that to sort of attack a weakness. Shout out to Katie Wu. Three balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch to Bohm. Strike 3 called. Got him looking at the knees at a fastball. And Palante gets his first strikeout. And there's 2 away. BL says, I'm doing pretty well, JJ. Thank God it's the weekend, just watching these putrid Sixers when I should be watching the Fightins. It's done, baby. It's done on Sunday. And we'll talk about the draft and all that stuff. The pitch to Marsh. Ground ball hit over towards the right side. And the throw over to first is in time by Pages. And Pages smiles as he walks back over to the dugout. And we go to the bottom of the second already. Okay. But yeah, I'm with you. RB's going to be on tomorrow, BL, so you'll be able to see him. He'll be on tomorrow. So that'll be really cool. He's filling in for us tomorrow. Got 159 people tuning on in. Go ahead and write down a 4-3 for the final out of the second inning, she says. This is interesting. Byron Buxton walked, stole second, and came around to score on a Ty France single. I thought there was more to that, but I guess not. Okay. Thought there was more to it. Thompson's reasoning for the lineup change is protecting Bryce Harper, says Corey Seidman. Kyle Schwarber's done big damage for 2 weeks. Makes it harder to pitch around Harper. 3 lefties in the first 4 spots will make it easier for the Cardinals to match up, but Harper and Schwarber do hit lefties. Ideally, I don't want that to happen, but for tonight, I'm okay with it. I like it when they split up lefty, righty, lefty. Unfortunately, our right-handed bats really haven't done such a good job consistently. Except for Edmundo Sosa. Al Burleson's going to bat here in the bottom of the second. Left-handed hitter. Black batting gloves. Has the bat just right at his head level as he holds it. And the first pitch is a swing and a miss for a strike. Sort of like a Michael Morse batting stance, if you remember him. 0-1 pitch, check swing, he went around. Morse was a right-handed hitter, but he held the bat out, and he had it high. Burleson is 2 for 11 against Aaronola with 1 strikeout. And the 0-2 delivery from Nola. There's a ground ball back up the middle for a base hit, hit off the top of the hill, and then just skipped out over to center field. And Marsh does play it on the ground. And there is a leadoff single. The first hit allowed by Nola today. Up to bat will be Pedro Pajes, who was listed as the starting catcher and is now playing over at second base because the Cardinals don't have a shortstop. And the pitch is taken for strike one. Money line today for the Phillies, plus 115. And for the Cardinals, it's at minus 140 as of now. 0-1 delivery, and it's skied foul. Last time Aaron did pitch against the St. Louis Cardinals, it was last year. It was on May 31st. He went 6 1/3, gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs. Both of them were on solo homers. And he struck out 6. 0-2 pitch, ground ball, back up the middle for a base hit. Stopping at second base will be Burleson. And Pedro Pajes gets on with a single. And there's still nobody out. He did throw a four-seamer right down the middle, but it was just put into a good hole. But the Cardinals putting the ball in play, making good things happen, and Nola did have him on the ropes. And Victor Scott, the second, is coming up, left-handed hitter. Rests the bat on his shoulder, shows bunt, and the first pitch, he pops it foul. Wasn't really a high pop-up, but it was in the air and it hit the backstop. 286 batting average for Victor. Just 24 years old. Does have a lot of speed. Burleson's at second. Pajes is over at first. And the 0-1, they'll lay this bunt down, but it's a foul ball. It was over towards the third base side. Victor Scott has the second highest sprint speed this season, right behind Bobby Witt Jr. Trey Turner is actually 5th on that list. He's in good company. Got Byron Buxton and Brandon Lockridge, who are in front of him. 0-2, and that's high for a ball. If you are new to YouTube, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Appreciate you guys for being on here. Nola looks back at second, now back to the plate, back to second again, and back to the plate as he winds up and fires, and it's grounded foul. Where are y'all tuning in from? Let us know down below. The 1-2 delivery. It's inside. 30 pitches by Nola. And he could use a double play here. What's up, Jay? Thanks for tuning on in, man. The 2-2 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And Nola gets his third strikeout. One gone here in the bottom of the second, and it's Thomas Segis who is up to the plate. Then he takes a strike just on the outer third of the zone. 455 average in 4 games. He had that 3-run homer in Sunday night's game that came in the 9th inning against the Red Sox. Oh, and 1 is the count, and the pitch. Fly ball, foul ball, out of play it goes. Atlanta's down 5-1 against the Tampa Bay Rays, playing out at Steinbrenner Field. The ball's 2 strikes, 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch, here it comes. Check swing. Did he go? They say yes, he did. And Aaron Nola with his 4th strikeout of the ball game. See those cheers in the chat? We got 4. We got 4. Another nice pitch thrown by Nola. Makes it now 2 gone in the bottom of the 2nd. And Yoel Pozo is going to come on up, but Marchand is going to call for time. And we have a break in the action. The pitch. And it's low and away. Haven't really seen Nola go to the knuckle curve that much until just now. Just something to note. The over-under for tonight's game is at 7.5. 1-0 pitch. And he places that knuckle curve just on the outside edge for strike 1. Two runners on still. And Nola will deliver from the stretch again. And the 3rd pitch of the at-bat is popped up and hit out towards shallow right field. Stott says he has it, and he catches it for out number 3. Good inning by Nola. It didn't start off so good. He gave up 2 singles in a row, but then struck out Scott Segis, and then he was able to get Pozo to pop out over to shallow right field. And we'll be back in just a few moments, and be right back. Don't go anywhere. Here we are. We're back. 1 ball, no strikes to Rafael Marchand. And the pitch from Palante is upstairs. It's 2 balls, no strikes. We're in the top of the third. Palante with 32 pitches coming on into this inning. And he kicks and deals. And there's a ground ball hit sharply over towards first base. And the toss over, back over towards the pitcher who goes to cover first, is in plenty of time. It's a good play by Burleson. That's going to go down as 3-1. And so Stott's going to come on up. Next pitch, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 pitch is popped up, hit over towards shallow left field. It's looking foul, but making the catch right by the netting is the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar. Really nice play by Lars. He had to come running in over towards that corner, and he got it right there. And you got to watch out for that netting, man. So 2 up, 2 down. And Turner takes a fastball at 95. Trey's 0 for 1 with a ground out. And the pitch swung on and missed. It was a slider that was a little bit inside. Yeah, I'll tell you, the Cardinals, I think that the St. Louis Cardinals franchise, would you say that the closest other comparison to it would be like the San Antonio Spurs? Or would you say that maybe the Patriots? Just in regards to their success. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch to Trey Turner, swinging a miss. I think that they're the second best franchise in baseball in regards to their history. 2-2 pitch. And it's high and inside. That's a 3-2 count. The 3-2 pitch to Trey Turner. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field, and Walker doesn't even have to move, and he's there to make the grab. And so the side is retired. Phillies go down in order 1-2-3 again. The offense continues to stay silent. Bottom of the third coming on up. But yeah, what is the equivalent to the St. Louis Cardinals in regards to their franchise success? If you were to compare one team, the Pittsburgh Penguins maybe? What would you go with? Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, folks, and hit that subscribe button as well. We have 170 people tuning on in. I appreciate you guys for being over here. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool that y'all are on. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. We are trying to get to 300 likes by today. We're already not even a third of the way there. Larry says the Packers maybe. Yeah, maybe. That's fair. Because I guess that like when you think of the Patriots, you think about their recent success. You know, the Packers have had spurts of success. And I think that the Cardinals have had that too. You know, Steelers is a good comparison. I I like the Packers one better because the Packers have had good teams throughout different decades. And I think that that's how the Cardinals have had their success too. They're not dominant like the Yankees or like the Lakers and Celtics. But yeah, they're a very relevant franchise. The Spurs are more of like the Patriots, I would say. But the Cardinals and the Packers are pretty similar. Steelers too. The pitch. And there's a strike at the kneecaps. Cardinals had some very, very good teams. Lars Nootbaar is up to bat. He walked in the first and also stole a base. 0-1 pitch, and it's down for a ball. One ball, one strike. And the pitch. And it's high and inside for ball 2. Reds did just beat the Pirates 5-3. Patriots were like the Yankees for 20 years, but not over their friend. Right. And that's how the Spurs were, too. The Spurs just had that success. 04, 07, 11, and 2000 as well, right? Or sorry, 1998. Did they win the? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. 3-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Spurs actually could have had even more success if Kawhi stayed. Good question, Tony. 3-2 pitch. And it's outside for a ball. Just noticed the Braves have a way worse record than the Phils. Well, yeah, they're last in the division. They came into this whole series 1-8. They lost 6 in a row to the Pirates, to the Pirates, the Padres and the Dodgers, and then they split with the Marlins. So, yeah, they've been struggling. They got off to a very tough start with the schedule. So that's the second walk surrendered today by Nola, and the second walk issued to Lars Nootbaar. And Jordan Walker is up. Thanks for tuning in over on TikTok and over on YouTube as well, and on Twitch. The ball is 1 strike, 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the pitch from Nola is in there for a strike. Marchand Schroeder, the second base, is way off, and it gets by Bryson Stott. Heads out to center, and heading over to third base is Nootbaar. A terrible throw by Rafael Marchand, and that puts the runner 90 feet away from scoring. Way too far to Stott's left. He was heading over to cover second base, and he had no chance of catching that. None. Going to call that an E2. The 0-2 pitch. There's a little flare out over to right field. Castellanos is there. He'll make the catch. Casty will make the throw over towards home plate, and Walker decided not to go. There was a broken bat line drive hit out over to medium depth right field. And Nootbaar, decided not to go. And so there's one away. And now it's Donovan coming on up. And then Nolan Arenado, I should say, is up next. First pitch is a knuckle curve. It's a little bit outside. White Sox are spanking the Red Sox so far. 6-0. 1-0 pitch, and it's inside for ball 2. Red Sox have been struggling ever since they put up 18 runs against the Cardinals on Sunday. They've only put up 7 runs since. That's in 4 games. 2-0 pitch, it's popped up and skied over towards the third base side. Bohm gives it a look, and Turner makes the sliding catch. Turner will make the throw over to home plate, and staying put at third base again is Nootbaar. Nice play by Trey. The camera was panning over to Bohm, and it was supposed to be his ball, and then Turner was right behind him, and he ended up making a sliding catch, not even right near where Bohm was. It was right behind him. Really nice play by Trey, regardless. And then he threw a strike over to home plate. Bohm had to duck as soon as he made that throw. Nice play. Now it's Arenado coming up with 2 outs. And the first pitch he takes is low for a ball. 1-0 pitch, ground ball hit back over towards Nola. He has it. Easy throw over to first. And the inning is over. It's as easy as 1-2-3, even though it's not a 1-2-3 inning. And so Harper will come on up to the plate. No score as we head to the 4th. That was a nice catch. I'll give him a little round of applause for that. You know, I'll give him a little round of applause. That was a pretty nice catch. I mean, it was really behind him, you know, and Turner, to his credit, got over to it. Defensive heroics don't mean nothing without runs. Well, true. Glass half empty, but then glass half full is, well, that also changes momentum. If they get a run there, you know, we just took the heart out of them for now. We cooled them off. But you're right. It's fair. That's fair. Sure you guys hit the like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on those bell icons too. So now it's Bryce Harper who comes on up to the plate. We're in the top of the 4th, and the pitch to Bryce is just a hair outside. Again, we mentioned this before, but Harper has walked in 7 straight games. He's extended that to 7 tonight. There was 6 coming into this game. 1-0 pitch to Bryce Harper, and it's a good slider thrown by Palante on the outside edge for strike 1. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icons. I want an update after every inning as to how many likes and how many people are tuning in on the YouTube side of things. 1-1 pitch, and it's inside for ball 2. Also, Casty had a pretty nice defensive play, too, with that catch. 2-1 pitch to Bryce Harper, and he pops it up in foul ground, and it heads out of play towards the third base side. Bryce also did steal a base. Schwarber waits in the on-deck circle. And the pitch to Bryce Harper, swing and a miss. And he is down on strikes.
Looked like he chased after a slider. That was just not a good pitch to swing at. Marlins have a 4-2 lead against the Washington Nationals. They're in the bottom of the 7th. Braves have actually put up 2 runs back in the top of the 8th, and now the Rays have only a 2-run lead in the bottom of the 8th against them. The pitch to Schwarber, strike 1. Angels and Astros are tied 1-1 in the top of the 4th. Pitch to Schwarber, grounder, rolled over to shortstop, and the throw over to first, dugout by Burleson. Again, Seguis, who is not a typical shortstop, made a low throw. He smiles and he says, well, got to get used to this new position. Pitch on the way. It's down for a ball. I'm with you, John. The ghost runner. 1-0 pitch. And it's a foul ball. I am okay with it if they put it in like the 15th inning. I've said that before. If they put it in like the 15th inning, fine. Because then it drags on. 1-1, the Casti line drive hit out towards center field for a base hit. And Casti gets on with a single. He hit the ball sharply out to right field his last time up, but it was just right at Jordan Walker. But nonetheless, 2 good swings today by Nick Castellanos. 75 likes, under 75 watching. Thanks for the update. Love the Phillies, but damn, let's get some action. I'm with you there, MPP. Baby, you know me. I'm sorry, every time you come on here, it just makes me think about that. The pitch to Max Kepler, and it's taken for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. That's down and away for a ball. Me either, but in last night's circumstance, well, that was sort of an anomaly. That was kind of an anomaly there. That was a game. 1-1, and there's a foul ball. Thanks for improvising with me. For those of you that did come on at the end, thanks for staying up with me with all the Wi-Fi difficulties that we had. You know, I appreciate that. 1-2 to Kepler. Good eye on the knuckle curve that was low and away. Andre Palante, 26 years old, will be 27 in September. 6 feet tall, toss bat to first, not in time. Played 3 seasons at the University of California. He had a 26-9 record and a 2.59 ERA, as well as 260 strikeouts. Was drafted in 2019 as the 2-2 is fouled off. Ended up making his major league debut back in 2022. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, top of the 4th inning. A runner on over at first. Palante gets set above the letters and delivers, and there's a swing and a miss. And Kepler slams the bat down as he strikes out. And so, 4 scoreless innings so far for the Phillies. And the bottom of the 4th is coming up for St. Louis.
Who just unsubbed? Who just unsubbed? Are they going to change the football rule in extras when if you score first possession, it's over? Doesn't give the other team a chance. They do that, just not for a touchdown unless it's in the playoffs. Overtime rules now is if you have a field goal, you get a chance of redemption. The opponent gets a chance of redemption. Or if it's a defensive, so if the team that gets the ball first gets a field goal, then the opponent gets a chance at redemption. But I think it's also a pick six if the team that gets the ball first throws a pick six, or there's some sort of defensive touchdown, then then that team gets redemption there. So that's how it works in overtime during the regular season. But if you score a touchdown first, game over. What's up, Hamp? Hamp, Big Amp, Riggins, tuning in on the TikTok side of things. Make sure you guys like and make sure you guys subscribe. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I go on for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. I do stuff on YouTube, but I want it to be live on TikTok. I do play-by-plays, and I hope that you guys enjoy this, man. I do. I cut highlights. I know TikTok is a different type of a platform, but we're trying to become worldwide, because why not? 1 ball, no strikes to Alec Burleson, and the 1-0 pitch is tapped foul. So no score so far between the Phillies and the Cardinals. There's 53 pitches from Nola so far. Burleson is 1 for 1. There's Ollie Marmol, who's the head coach or the manager for the St. Louis Cardinals. Nola winds up and delivers, and there's a line drive foul out over to right field. What's up, Matt? Hello, 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 TikTok. Correct, John. Oh, but you can get a field goal, though. If you're in field goal range, like if you're like 40, if it's like a 4th and 15, why would you go for the first down there? You're just going to take the 3 if you're at like the 43, if you can get like a 43-yard field goal or something, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alec Burleson. The windup and the pitch. It's a little bit low, not by much. The 2-2. And there's a ground ball. Rolled over towards the right side. Stott has it. Tosses it over to first. And 1 away in the bottom of the 4th. And it'll be Pedro Pajes who comes on up. The windup and the pitch. That's taken for a strike. I'm saying that if the ball is at the 25. If you have to go for like a 43-yard field goal and it's like a 3rd and 15 or whatever, and you're at the 25-yard line, then it would be yes. That's what I'm trying to say.
One ball, one strike. And the pitch is taken for a strike. Pick 6 by the first team with the ball is game over. But I thought it was defensive touchdown. I thought a defensive touchdown, you get a chance of redemption. One-two pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And Pajes strikes out. And there's another strikeout. Remember, we just faced another Pajes. It's not his brother. But I'm just saying, 5 strikeouts, 5 Ks, or 5 chairs in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The pitch. That's inside. Defensive touchdown is always game over. Well, that's stupid. That's dumb. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Ground ball hit over towards first base. Harper plays it on the hop and wins the race to the bag. Scott was actually hustling over to first. And Harper just got over there. But regardless, there is out number 3. Tush push from the 43-yard line for a touchdown. It's always a touchdown for the Eagles, right? What's up, Michael? Michael always comes in with a touchdown. Sixers lose. Yawn. Yeah, there's nothing we can really do about it. I brought this up yesterday, and I think it's so valid. Somebody said that this year's Phillies are turning into the Philadelphia 76ers. And I said, with all due respect, the 2012 Phillies are the 2024-25 Philadelphia 76ers. Old guys, out of their prime, washed, and just a mixture of guys that you just overpaid, that had good primes, but were just out of it. What's up, JJ? It's a late one. Is it late? Those games going by quick. It's a later start time, yeah. 8:15. I'm sorry, I just get... When I think of late, I think about last night's game. That game was late. Well, it says better much. I really do believe that. I think that this year's Sixers team is the 2012 Philadelphia Phillies. Where's Pat Burrell these days? Pat Burrell is the bat boy or the hitting coach. I'm sorry, he's the hitting... not the bat boy. The hitting coach for the Giants. The pitch. And there's a fly ball hit out over to right field. And that's going to be caught for out number 1. But really think about it. Think about this year's Sixers team and think about the 2012 Phillies. Rollins out of his prime. Howard out of his prime. Utley out of his prime. I mean, we had so many guys out of their primes. And this year, it's the same thing with the Sixers. So Bohm flied out to right. And now it's Marsh up to bat. Palante's pitching. 0-1 pitch to Brandon Marsh. And it's inside for a ball. Life after baseball, yep. One ball, one strike. The windup and the pitch. And it's outside for ball 2. Tomorrow we have a 2:15 start time. Palante's from Orange County, California. 2-1 pitch is high and away for ball 3. By the way, we did not get to do on this day in Phillies history. Nobody reminded me. So I blame that on y'all. 3-1 pitch, and it's low for ball 4, and Marsh does get on with a walk, so we're going to do it right now. Today is not April 12th. Today is the 11th. April 11th. On April 11th of 1986, chorus girls and a high-wire motorcycle were among the attractions for fans at the home opener, but light problems at the Vet made them very hard to see. And they had to do that in the dark. The pitch, foul ball. In 2010 on this day, Roy Halladay wins his second start for the Phillies. It was a 2-1 9-inning victory over the Houston Astros when they were in the National League. It was also his 150th career win and his 50th career complete game. I remember that. 0-1 pitch, and it's low and inside for ball 1. You don't get a lot of complete games now. I remember when guys like Antonio Bastardo threw like 120 pitches, or Vince Velasquez was at 115. Toss back to first, and it's going to get away from the first baseman. Marsh is going to head on over to second base, and there's no throw. That was a error over at first by Burleson. He should have caught that. And, well, Marsh does take advantage and heads on into scoring position. And Marchand is still up at the plate. Okay. They're going to call that an E1 and call it on the pitcher. I mean, the throw was low, but even still, regardless, they should have had it. 1-1 pitch is down for ball 2. Excuse me. And the pitch is low for ball 3. Now chat's getting active. Hello, chat. We missed ya. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to Marchand. It's pulled over towards the first base side. Second baseman has it, throws it over to first. Marsh does head on over to third base, but there are 2 outs. Getting the Phillies to score a run is like pulling teeth. Am I right? We're an hour, 40 minutes into the stream so far. Bohm is so afraid of striking out, he can't not swing at the first pitch, according to Drunken Phils. That's true. The pitch to stop, it's taken for a strike. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The ball's 1 strike and the runner on over at third with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Palante comes set at the letters. Kicks, deals, and the pitch is on the inside corner for strike 2 at the kneecaps. 92 likes, 185 watching. You're the best, Jane. Phillies are 0 for 2 tonight with runners in scoring position. Cardinals are 0 for 7. Can the fight and strike first? And the pitch to stop. And it's a foul ball. Braves lost. They lost 6-3. 0-2 pitch to Stott. Swing and a miss on a pitch that was at the eye level. And he's down on strikes. Bottom of the fifth coming up. It's Segis, Pozo, and Nootbaar. Boy, is this ugly. It's not even like Palante's even pitching good tonight, to be honest with you. It's just more so mistakes at the plate, where Philadelphia is just tensing up on the bats, really. Overthinking, not playing loose. Mets play tonight at 10:05 against the Oakland Athletics. And the Cubs play at 10:10. Guardians shut out the Royals today 7-0. Kyle Bubic had 6 innings, 5 strikeouts, and 2 walks allowed. That AL Central is going to be tough between the Tigers, the Guardians, and the Royals. Like, that's a three-headed race. That's low-key a very good division, or a very competitive division. And the Mariners, I know they're 5-8, but them, the Astros, and the Rangers, I think are going to be really good this year. Angels, they're off to a good start, but I don't see that continuing. And then the best division is just the Dodgers, the Giants, and the Padres. I mean, my gosh. Is that division packed or what? Pitch from Nola, swing and a miss. Nola entering into the 5th inning with a total of 63 pitches. First one is swung on and missed for strike 1. Segui struck out in the second. 0-1 is the count. The second pitch of the at-bat is just held up for ball 1. Sure you guys like and subscribe. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. One-two pitch. There's a ground ball hit over to third base. Baumholtz throws it over to first base, and it's going to get on by Bryce Harper. And Stott gets over to it. That was not such a wise play by Baum to throw that thing. I mean, he was in foul ground, and he should have just ate it up. And luckily enough, the backstop that's over at first base is not, it doesn't really stick out, you know? It actually hit the rail of the dugout, and his throw was low, and it actually took a good bounce, I want to say, off the rail. If that thing slowed up, that could have been trouble. But Stott was able to get over to it regardless. Throw back to first is not in time, so it's just an infield single. By Thomas Segis. Pozo is up. The pitch, line drive down the left field line. That's a fair ball. It's going all the way over towards the corner. Kepler will get on over to it. Pozo heads over to second, and coming in to score all the way from first base is Segis. And the Cardinals, they strike first. And it's 1-0 St. Louis. Good swing. It looked like Nola just wanted to go. The pitch was supposed to go low, but it was right down the middle. Throws a knuckle curve here, and it's in there for strike one. Uh-oh. Foot is caught on the cord. Great. 0-1 is the count to Lars Nootbaar, and he slaps this one past the dive of Bohm out over to left field, and that's going to put runners on over at the corners. And more trouble for Philadelphia. I swear, every time Bohm tries to make a diving stop, the ball just gets either underneath his glove or it gets by him now. And now they're going to play Jordan Walker to pull. At least try to get a double play here. Pitch. And he throws a sinker that catches the lower part of the outside corner. Jordan today has struck out, and he has also lined out as well. 0-1 is the count. Nola kicks and deals. It's outside and low for a ball. I mean, this is also what happens when you just have a lot of opportunities to put up runs, and you give your opponent a lot of opportunities to put up runs, and one team finally breaks through. It's just annoying. Toss back over to first is not in time. And again, like, look, we covered the 162. We react game by game. Okay? Obviously, this doesn't mean that they're not going to the playoffs. But I'm just saying, like, you can get annoyed. One, there's a foul ball. When you're in a relationship with somebody, or even if you have a friendship, like a very good friendship, you know, sometimes you get really annoyed at your friends. And then other times, like when they come through for you, and you say, I love you, I really appreciate you for doing that. So that's how it goes. 1-2 pitch. It's down for a ball, and it bounces away from Marchand. It didn't bounce too far away, but advancing over to second base is Lars Nootbaar, and that does get rid of the double play. He took a wide stance off over at first base. And he was so far off the bag that he could just jog on over to second base, even with a little bounce. Two balls, two strikes. Still nobody out, bottom of the fifth. And the 2-2 pitch. And Walker, did he hold up? He did. What's up, chat? Time called very quickly by Walker as he steps out of the box, and Brendan Donovan is up next. Haven't seen anybody warming up in the bullpen. Doesn't mean nobody is warming up. Just haven't seen it. Three balls, two strikes. The windup and the pitch from Nola. And it was outside, but it's a called strike three. Wow. He got the call. Wow. He escaped with murder there. Up to bat is Burleson, and he takes the first pitch, high and inside for a ball. That was a bad call. One a pitch. That's a called strike, even though that was inside. Who's excited for RB to come on here tomorrow? Give me a thumbs up if you're excited for seeing RB. RB's gonna give you that fire. 1-1 pitch, and it's high and inside for a ball. Giannis had another triple-double tonight. 32, 11, and 15. That's why they call him the Greek Freak. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. I think I saw Sid got another goal, and he did it from his knee. Or maybe it was an assist, but regardless, he made a really nice play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. And Nola kicks and delivers, and that thing is fought off out over towards the third base side. It's in foul territory, and it's 2-2. Who they take with RB rocks? Jane says definitely not me. You're gonna miss me? Two balls and 2 strikes to Donovan. The windup and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him. That's 7 strikeouts for Nola. Even if he doesn't give up, or even if he gets out of this, I can't give him full credit. Even though he got the call on the first one, I still can't give him full credit. The pitch on the way, and it's on the upper third of the zone on the outside corner for strike 1. What's up, John? John, you've been coming on here for a little bit, man. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good night, man. Guys, calling into the postgame show after the game is done. Arenado's up to bat. 0-1 pitch, and it's a little bit inside. Surprised that wasn't called a strike. Let's get to 5,350 subs. If you guys want to donate to the channel, you're more than welcome to do so. Memberships are $2.99 a month, folks. They are. 1-1 pitch to Arenado, and it's outside for ball 2. The more members we get, the more emotes we get. Just to let you guys know. And I want us to be rocking with these emotes. 2-1 pitch, and it's down for ball 3. No, Scott. My mods, though, I do need you guys to get Discord. I'm not joking about that. If you are a mod on here, I do need you to get Discord. 3-1 pitch, and it's down low and away for a ball. And that's going to load the bases. Nothing happened. No. Nothing happened. I just want my mods to get Discord. Because I want us to try to communicate as chat's going on. That's all. Caleb Cotham's going to go out there to talk things over. I usually don't like to talk about, like, business stuff on here, you know, or, like, the behind-the-scenes stuff, but I do need my mods to get Discord. Used a lot of pitchers. So that means Larry, Jane, I do need you guys to join my Discord server. I do.
And all the other mods, too. Two outs, bottom of the fifth. There's bases loaded. And up to bat will be Alec Burleson. Hardcore says I joined it yesterday. Good. Good. And the pitch is up high for a ball. And you see, I emailed you back, my friend. Wise, never discuss business, never know what's being recorded. Yes. That's why I don't like to do those types of things. Somebody asked me about Pegasus Sports the other day. I can't talk about that stuff. 1-0 pitch. And it's a foul ball. I have a hard time talking after a loss. Oh, no, I'm saying, like, I need you to get a Discord, period. Because you're a mod. And I need my mods to get Discord. I need you to join the server. That's a cool story, John. We still keep score. We're old-fashioned. Got my pen. And I got my book. Hold up. Can't see it because of the green screen. 2 balls, 1 strike to Al Burleson. And the next pitch is low for ball 3. There we go. 3-1 pitch. And it's outside for ball 4, and that's going to walk in a run. And Rob just stands still. RBI walk. Two nothing Cardinals. Nerd alert. That's how I come up with my talking points. Pitch. There's a fly ball. Hit out over towards right field. Castellanos is there. He'll make the catch. Inning over. Time to go to the 6th. And the Phillies have to wake up. They got Turner, Harper, and Schwarber due up. A little sense of urgency would be kind of nice. Ronel Blanco. No, I thought that was an interesting story. 5 innings tonight, 7 strikeouts, 1 homer, 84 pitches. Logan Van Wey is on for his major league debut. Hey, fantasy guys, you might want to look into this Logan Van Wey guy because he's making his debut for the Astros. Phil slide is real right now. Folks. I know. I'm waiting for the bullpen. I know they didn't hit against yesterday's bullpen, but I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Can't claim jet lag. It's only like a 2-hour flight. Now, if it was the old days and taking a bus, that was an excuse. To be fair, though, John, they did finish up their baseball game at 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, that was a pretty late game, and they didn't get out till probably like, what, 2:30? So it did delay them. I'm not, like, giving that as an excuse, but that is something else to sort of keep in mind. Here comes Trey Turner to the plate. First pitch to Trey. That's inside, but it's a called strike. It's calling both ways. Palante, with just 75 pitches, kicks and delivers and throws it low. Phillies' money line right now is at plus 400. Do I take it? 1-1 strike to Trey Turner. And the pitch to Trey, he pops it up. Hits it out over towards the first base side in foul territory. Walker comes running in and he'll make the catch. And 1 out. Not a lot of hits today, just 2 for the Phillies. Their one chance, Castellanos lined out to right. And that was back in the first. Pitch to Harper, swing and a miss. Bryce Walton, the first, stole a base as well. And takes the next pitch low and outside for a ball. Jose Ruiz is warming up in the bullpen. That's going to be it for Nola. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, and 7 strikeouts, and 93 total pitches. And the pitch is a little bit inside for ball 2. To 1 pitch, and it's outside for ball 3. Busch has 3,706 club seats and 61 suites. Replace Busch Memorial Stadium. 3-1 to Harper, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards left center field. Who's going to get it? It'll be the left fielder, Nootbaar, and there's out number 2. Dimensions of Busch Stadium: 336 feet is left field, 375 is left center. Center field is 400 feet. Right center is 375, and right field is 335. Phillies haven't scored a run since Schwarber hit a solo homer. A traditional run, I should say. That was back in last night's game. 0-1 pitch, and it's low and away for a ball. If you were to give the Phillies a motivational speech, what would you say? 1-1, ground ball, and it's hit over towards first base, and the inning is over as it's picked up by the first baseman, and he tags the bag. All right, well, we're going to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 2-0 St. Louis. Would you also put blame on Rob Thompson for the offense being this cold because of how many times he has changed the lineup? Lyco is laughing. I want to know, what would you say if you were to give a motivational speech to the Phillies without any cursing?
There we go. Larry says, I'm saying sit on the bench and putting your backup in. Is that just to Alec Bohm? That's to everybody. I'm just laughing at Larry, going over to the guys. Hey, yo. Yo. Sit on the bench and putting your backup in, Bohm. What do you want them to do? The players are the ones that got to hit. I'm with you. But also, you criticize Rob Thompson for not playing Edmundo Sosa. You criticize him for not benching Alec Bohm. So isn't he a part of the problem, too? Is my question. White Sox are spanking the Red Sox 9-1 in the bottom of the 7th. Jack's always pointing out the negatives. I blame Rob for not putting on any plays. This pitcher may have the slowest delivery to the plate. Now, the slowest delivery to the plate, I'll be honest with you, it's Corbin Burns. That's why a lot of guys run off of him. He has the slowest delivery. But it's not fast. Okay. 1-0 pitch, there's a ground ball hit over towards first base. Harper has it, flips it back over to Jose Ruiz, who goes to cover the bag. And there's out number 1. If it continues, yes, but it's still early. I don't like Rob for other reasons. Okay. You don't like him because of not benching Bohm? Or is it because of how he utilizes the bullpen? It's because of his bullpen, right? The pitch, and it's taken for a strike. Jose Ruiz pitching, by the way. The pitch is high and inside. This is usually where we get the people to come on, and now the crowd starts making noise. What's up, chat? This is usually the time where chat starts to wake up. Hit the like button and subscribe. Now that you're all waking up. 1-1 pitch, and there's a foul ball. We need 15 more subs for us to get to 5350. Again, I'm not going to be on tomorrow. RB is going to be filling on in for me, and he'll be doing the game. It's at 2:15. Ruiz gets set and fires the pitch, swing and a miss. And there's out number 2. Nice pitch. We got to wake up. This team is asleep. It's a snooze fest. 2 outs here. And the pitch is popped up, hit out over towards shallow right field. Going to be a tough play for Stott. He can't get there. It's a fair ball. Castellanos does get over to the ball. And Pozo gets on with a blue single. That was hitting no man's land. And Newt Bar's coming back up to the plate. Why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep putting this stuff back in the wrong innings? Ruiz comes set and delivers. Throws a strike. 7 pitches, 5 strikes for Jose Ruiz. Is a 6.23 earned run average. Come follow us on TikTok, folks, in case you have not done so already. If you are on the regular YouTube,
Come follow us. The ball's 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. And the windup and the pitch. And there's a fly ball hit out over towards left field. Kepler's there. I'll make the catch. Inning over. Side retired. Time to go to the top of the 7th. It's 2-0 St. Louis. Okay, if you have not done so already, you guys right now are going to go follow me on all the social medias. I'm posting them right now. Here they are. They're right here. That's my Linktree. If you guys want to go follow me on Twitter, you can. Instagram, TikTok, it's all right there. Those are all the socials. Right there. See you back in 2 minutes. Go follow me. Be right back. All right. They forced us to do it. So we're doing it. We took off the hat. That's what we did. We took off the hat. We took off the Eagles hat. They forced us. We have to spice something up, right? What did Larry say? Can we at least score? Larry says, no, we can't. As of now, Mr. Pessimism. It's okay. I get it. I understand. The pitch. It's a little bit down for a ball, but it's a called strike anyways. And he's also, I think he's also being realistic. He really doesn't think that we can score here. 0-1 pitch. And it's in the dirt for a ball. Larry, if they score 5 runs here, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, do not wear that hat ever again. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the top of the 7th. And the pitch is inside for ball 2. We're doing it. 2-1 to Casty. There's a ground ball rolled over to shortstop, and the shortstop has it, throws it on over to first, and there's 1 away. Okay, Mason Wynn left the game with lower back tightness. He says, burn the hat and scatter the ashes. All right, wake up, chat. Haven't gotten to play anything today. Pitch to Kepler. There's a ground ball hit over to first base. And there's out number 2. Played on a hop by Burleson. And he jogged over to the bag. And Palante's at 90 pitches. We're not even to the bullpen yet. Robert Romano actually pitched last night, and he didn't even give up a run. I'm just saying he didn't give up a run last night. 1 ball, no strikes to Bohm.
Pitch to Alec. He pops it up. It's a foul ball. They're going through a slump. It happens. It's baseball. 1-1 pitch to Bohm. Ground ball again. Hit over to shortstop, and the throw over to first is in time, and there's a 1-2-3 inning. Less than 10 pitches thrown by Palante, and it's time to go to the bottom of the 7th. 2-0 St. Louis. Which means it's time now for trivia. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it wrong, you'll hear this. And if you get it right, you'll hear this. Okay. So we're going to do this Phillies trivia question. Okay. Where is it? All right. So the Phillies obviously beat the St. Louis Cardinals in the wild card series. Okay? In game 2 of that wild card series, which Phillies pitcher got the save? Is the question that I have for you. Which Phillies pitcher got the save? Anybody want to guess? Zach Eflin is correct. Good job, Larry. It was Zach Eflin. Yep. Zach Eflin got the save. Good job. Yep. I was thinking about Zach Eflin today. Nah, 1922. Yeah, 2022. Carlos Hernandez is going to pitch. We're in the bottom of the 7th, and the pitch to Jordan Walker, and he pops it up. Hits it out over towards the first base side. Stott does call off Harper, and I'll make the grab and 1 away. Nobody can hit. And Brendan Donovan's coming up. We got a post-game show after this. Call on in. The hotline is right underneath my name. And the Discord server. Again, Scott, you know what to do. Post that down below. First pitch to Donovan. It's taken for strike 1. 0-1 is the count to Brendan Donovan. The windup and the pitch. And there's a line drive back up the middle for a base hit. And he ends a hitless day and finally gets on base. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well, folks. Make sure you turn on those notification bell icons too. Nolan Arenado up at the plate, stares at ball 1. Hernandez has good stuff. He has a good fastball. It just has to, I said there in spring training, he has to work on locating his pitches. As the 1-0 is going to miss low and away for a ball. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Trout homered again. He's doing great for me in fantasy. 2-0 pitch. And that's a called strike, a very late called strike. One gone here in the bottom of the 7th. Hernandez kicks and fires, and that thing is hit out over to left field. It's a foul ball, though, and goes out of play. 13 more subs for us to get to 5,350 subscribers. We're at 166 people watching right now. Let's get on that board, man. Two-two pitch, and there's a called strike 3, just at the kneecaps for out number 2. That was strikeout number 1. That was a big strikeout there. The pitch, and it's inside at 96 to Burleson. Money line now at plus 800 for the Phillies. 1-0, or 1-0 is the count. The windup and the pitch, low. Left-handed hitter, Burleson is. Right-handed pitcher, Hernandez is. The pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. Throw over the second base is not in time. And Donovan was safe. Rashawn's been, not saying that he's been bad. He's kind of been struggling today. I mean, that was a nice throw. Like, don't get me wrong. He got his left hand in there, Donovan. I'm just saying, though, I don't think it's been the best defensive performance for him today. And now they're going to intentionally walk. They're going to intentionally walk Burleson. And they're going to take their chances on Pedro Pages. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th. They're going to have Baker pinch hit. First pitch, and there's a fly ball hit out over to left field. It's carrying. It'll stay in the yard, though. And Kepler's there to make the catch. Thank goodness he just missed that. And it's time to go to the 8th. Marsh, Marchand, and Stott all due up. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe, folks. And hit those notification bell icons, too. Let's go. Hit those like buttons and subscribe, folks. It's a Friday night, man. People are out. People are doing their own thing. I mean, why even watch this team right now? I get it. Jailbreak time, though, because the bullpen's coming on in. That was Lucan Baker who just flied out. The Sixers officially will have a 10.5% chance at the first overall pick and will have the 5th best odds. They simultaneously will have a 60% chance to keep their draft pick, meaning that it stays in the top 6. All right. Best starter from a St. Louis Cardinals starter so far. Says Katie Woo. Phil Maton, brother of Nick Maton, who was a former Philly, pitching for the Cards, and the first pitch is taken outside for a ball to Marsh. 0 for 1 he is. He walked back in the 5th. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch to Marsh. Ground ball, rolled over to shortstop, and the throw over to first. Did Marsh beat it out? They say no, he did not. That was a pretty close play. I think it was just out by a quarter of a step. Seguis made an excellent throw over to first. Phillies have not gotten a base runner since the 5th inning. And it's Rafael Marchand coming up to the plate now. Hitting on the left side is Marchand. And the pitch, strike 1. It's a sinker that catches the outer third of the zone. Show for 2 tonight with 2 groundouts. 0-1 pitch to Marchand, swing and a miss. Got a sweeper right down the middle. Tanner Banks and Jordan Romano are warming up, Larry. There's a lefty and a righty, just so that you know. You don't usually see it, but I guess you see it here. 0-2 pitch, and it's up high, way up high for a ball. The 1-2 delivery, and that's going to get away. It's a foul ball. It was a check swing foul ball that went out of Polo's glove, and it actually hit the backstop. Ollie Marmol wants an explanation. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, though. Next pitch. It's just outside, not by much, for ball 2. Chase Stewart, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in over on TikTok. Appreciate you. The pitch to Marchand. Fly ball hit out over to right field, and that is a foul ball. 2-0 Cardinals. Cardinals scored both of their runs in the bottom of the 5th off of Aaron Nola. Yohel Pozo at an RBI double. 3-2 pitch to Marchand, and he pops this one up over towards shallow right field. Second baseman says he has it, and he does, and there's out number 2. How did they get the other run? Very good question. Burleson walked. Had an RBI walk. And it's Bryson Stott who's up at the plate right now. And Stott stares at ball 1. Bryson grounded out, fouled out, and struck out. 1-0 pitch. That's wide for ball 2. Let's go. Charge! 2-0 pitch. Strike one. Haven't even played that all night. That's the first time I've done that. Where I played it this late. 2-1 pitch is outside. That's a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Marsh 0 for his last 22, by the way. Maton kicks and fires and throws strike 2 on the outer third of the zone. Stott was ready to toss his bat. They say hold up. I got a ran after this. I got a good solid ran after this. Payoff pitch to Marsh, and he fouls it away. Stay on for the rant. Three balls, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. And the pitch to Stott. Line drive hit out over to left field. Hit sharply just right at the left fielder, of course. And Nootbaar will make the catch. And another 1-2-3 inning. Phillies have not gotten a base runner since the 5th. They have not gotten a hit since the 4th. And yet we go to the bottom of the 8th. 2-0 St. Louis. Unbelievable. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Seems Rob has zero feel for his players right now. Well, Robert. I almost said Roberto. Robert, I'll say this, okay? To Rob's credit, and I said this before, remember like when Trey Turner was struggling for like those 3 months back in 2023, and it took him 3 months for him just to slide him down in the batting order? At least, I got to give Rob this. At least Alec Boehm is sliding down in the batting order now. The issue is that while, yes, Edmundo Sosa's not playing, not a lot of people are producing right now. They're going through a slump. Doesn't this remind you of the August Philadelphia Phillies? Doesn't it kind of remind you of that right now? Because it's bringing flashbacks of that to me. I'm not panicking. But it's annoying. It's annoying. This isn't who this team is going to be forever. And you have to understand that during a baseball season, it's a marathon, not a sprint. But in the now, it sucks. It sucks. It flat out stinks. And it's putting me to sleep. It's putting everybody to sleep. Tanner Banks is going to pitch against Victor Scott. And the first pitch he throws is high for ball 1. They aren't striking out as much, no. Which, honestly, I don't even know if I like that or not. Two-0 pitch. And it's taken on the outside corner for a called strike. No one else is hitting. Correct. 2-1. It's high for ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike. Banks comes up and fires the pitch. And it's swung on and missed. Payoff pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Tanner Banks ends up getting a strikeout, and Scott is down on strikes. Astros sent 11 batters up to the plate in the 5th and 9 batters up to the plate in the 6th. And the Phillies have sent 12 batters up in the last 4 innings. 12 total batters within the last 4 innings. There's a little bloop single out over to right field by Thomas Segis. And he gets on with a single out to right. And Yoel Pozo is coming up. Come on and come talk to me after the game. Discord server or on the phone. Pitch to Pozo. Outside and high for ball 1. Pitch and it's outside, so it's 1 ball, no strikes. One 0 and a foul ball. One ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. And the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss. Three seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2. And there's a line drive over the head of Trey Turner. Tried to make a leaping catch, couldn't get to it. Siggy stops at second. And that's going to put runners over at first and second with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch on the way, and it's high for a ball. This is the Discord link if you guys want to come on after the game and come talk to me. It's right over here. I'm actually trying to get more people active in the Discord. So if you guys can join that, I'd appreciate it. The pitch, ground ball hit over to second base. The tag, the second, there's 1. The throw to first, got him. Nice play by Trey Turner. He's made 2 good defensive plays today. And that's going to go down as a 6-3 double play. Last chance for the Phillies as we go to the top of the 9th inning. And you would assume that Heisley's going to go out there to throw. There we go. Okay. So this is the postgame show link. It's right over here. This is where you come on and join. Come on and talk.
Very nice. All right, we're in the 9th inning. Is it raining outside? I think it's been like raining all day. How about we bench some players and send a message? Robert, the question is more than just benching one player right now. It's not just Alec Bohm. It's Brandon Marsh. It's Bryson Stott. It's everybody. Kepler's cold. Casty's cold. They're all cold. I agree that Clemens and Sosa need to come on in. But my God, this hitting is so bad where everybody's cold except for Schwarber. And that's it. Denver says, I didn't even take Rojas. Dude, we're that desperate. Put in Zach Wheeler over at second base. We might have to start putting in pitchers again to play positions. That's exactly what I just said, MPP. Ryan Helsley is going to pitch. And he'll face Trey Turner. First pitch by Helsley. Ground ball, base hit, back up the middle. And the Phillies will send the tying run to the plate. A hit, folks. A hit. A hit. Wow. They got on with a hit. And Bryce Harper is coming up to the plate. George! First pitch to Harper, strike one. It's a slider that catches the outside corner of the plate. No balls and one strike. And the pitch to Harper, strike two. Good slider thrown again by Helsley. Post-game show after this, folks. Nothing and two is the count to Harper. The pitch on the way. Ground ball hit over towards the right side. And Turner heads over to second. And Harper is out as the throw over to first is in plenty of time. And so, at least the runner does advance. But Kyle Schwarber's coming up. I'm giving him the green light to swing for everything. Swing for those fences. They don't have a day off for 13 more days. That's right. Pitch to Schwarber, and it was a strike, but it's called a ball. It was at 101. Schwarber singled in the first and also stole a base. 49 saves last year for Helsley. 1-0 pitch, check swing, ground ball, hit over towards the mound. The underhanded throw over to first in time, and the Phillies are down to their final out. And Turner heads over to third. We got a rant after this. Come on for the post-game show and come talk to us. Just a little over 2 hours. Casty's up to bat. First pitch to Castellanos. He pops it up. It's hit out over towards shallow right center field. Walker says he has it, and he'll make the catch. And the Phillies get shut out 2-0 against the St. Louis Cardinals as Helsley comes in, gets the save, and the game is over. Unbelievable. Crazy. Absolutely wild. If you want to hear me go off tonight, stay on. Come talk to me. Yell. Give me your frustrations. Calm me down. Help me get off of a cliff. And just express your opinions. Do not go anywhere. We're going to talk about this. I will say this before I sign off. What an embarrassment. What an absolute joke. Against a team that gave up 45 runs last weekend, that is just not offensively able to put up any sort of runs. They literally made a fool out of you. They did. You came into their building, and all that they did was just put up an RBI double by a guy who is a third-string catcher, Yoel Poza. And then an RBI bases-loaded walk by Burleson. And you could not even get a hit from the fourth up until the very beginning of the ninth inning. Oh, I'm going to save this all. I'm saving this all for when we go on for our postgame show. But just get a little taste of where I'm at right now. Because in the moment, it's not happy. But nonetheless, I will see you back for the postgame show. And if you guys don't want to stay on, you don't have to. I just want you guys to hear what my thoughts are. And I want you to come on and talk to me if you want to. All right. So, yeah. We're going to post the link again. The link is right here. This is the Discord link. Come on over. Come talk to me. Stand in the waiting room. And the phone number is 610-314-0844. See you in just a little bit.
graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled it out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Yeah. What a game. What a game. Tough one. Tough one. Great fight. Absolutely horrendous. And we'll talk about it because you know what? We have nothing better to do with our lives. We watch Phillies, we watch the Sixers, we watch the Eagles, and we just talk about these teams, man. And you know, this team is in the middle of a 16 or 17 game stand, whatnot. And yeah, we just talk about them. We laugh. We show our emotions when they're doing good, and then when they're doing bad, you see blank faces like mine right now. And that is a perfect way to describe how tonight was. The Phillies showed a blank face tonight, meaning that they got blanked. They got blanketed by the St. Louis Cardinals. Or really, in all honesty, this team really beat themselves. And I'll get more into it in just a couple of seconds. But we have to talk about it. We can't just talk about the good. Can't just talk about the positives. Got to talk about the negatives and the bad games, too. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button as well, though. Make sure you guys turn on those notification bell icons, too, and that way you'll know when we go live for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. And, yeah. Come on in. Join the Discord, please. Come on. Rant. Walk me off the cliff, right? Make me feel better. Make me feel worse. Come talk to me. Or leave a voicemail message. You can do that too. 610-314-0844. Finally remembered the phone number. And, well, I actually couldn't really remember anything good that happened tonight because there wasn't anything good that happened tonight. There were a lot of bad things that happened. Offensively speaking is what I'm talking about. And that's where I want to get to first. Aaron was good for the most part. Had a couple of hiccups along the way. Did not give up his home run, though. Okay, you want a positive there? Give you a positive. Aaron Nola did not give up a home run tonight. Woo! Woo! What a joke. What an absolute joke. This team looked like a team that actually didn't go to bed until 5 o'clock in the morning. And I know that they played a game and didn't get out until 2:30 in the morning. But they looked like that they were a team that was partying all night and just went to bed today. And it was a written loss written all over it. You could tell from pretty much the get-go. Not taking pitches, being way too aggressive. I'd like to go inning by inning and tell you how many pitches this team took today. But I'll tell you this, Palante went 7 innings, and he threw 93 total pitches. And this guy in the 4th, the 5th, the 3rd, just throwing under 15 pitches, sometimes even under 10 in a couple of those innings. That's the great discipline that this ball club showed you tonight at the plate. It was absolutely special, and it got them 0 runs. A lot of sarcasm from me tonight. Because that's how I'm getting by now watching this team over these last couple of games. I thought last night was awful. I think tonight that they played worse, offensively speaking.
Stott goes 0 for 4. First of all, the first thing I want to talk about is this. Your manager is hitting the panic button by switching up your batting order every day. Bohm's not protecting Bryce Harper. We want to protect Bryce Harper, he says. We want to protect Bryce Harper. Al Bohm can't do it. Castellanos strikes out 5 times last night. And tonight, Kyle Schwarber goes 1 for 4. Nobody can protect Bryce. No one. And your manager thought it would be a great idea to put Bryson Stott in the leadoff spot with Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, and Kyle Schwarber. Then slide Bohm down to the 7th spot. Put Marsh in the 8th hole, Marchand in the 9th. I'm not blaming Rob Thompson, but what I am telling you, what I am saying is this. I just think it's funny how this guy is not sticking to his lineup that he's doing every day, and he's actually pushing buttons, unlike what he was doing over the last couple of years this early on in the season. And yet nothing's working. Nothing is working. That's how much of a slump that they are in right now in this moment in time. The only shot that this team had was in the first inning, really. That was pretty much it. Harper walked with 2 outs. Schwarber singles back up the middle. And Castellanos lines a rope out over to right field. It's just right at Jordan Walker. 1, 2, 3 innings, 2nd inning. 1, 2, 3 inning, 3rd inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th inning. 1, 2, 3, 5th. 1, 2, 3, 6th. 1, 2, 3, 7th. I'm seeing a lot of 1, 2, 3s. A lot. That's frustrating. Palante went 7 innings, dude. Do you know Andre Palante, in his first 2 outings, he went 5 innings in the second one. And he went 4 1/3 in the first. The guy hasn't pitched in hasn't gone 7 innings since last year. You lost to a team that was 5-7 coming on into this game. And look, I did say that they could take 2 out of 3. But this was ugly. UGLY all over it. Brandon Marsh is 0 for his last 21. Awful. Marsh is 0 for his last 21. And you know what else? Alec Bohm. Listen to this. Alec Bohm on the season is 3 for 31 in the month of April. 3 for 31. It gets better. How about this? Can I tell you also that Bryson Stott over his last his last 4 games? Yeah. Okay, went 2 for 4 against the Braves. Cute. 1 for 4 against the Braves. But man, he's 8 for 24 in this month, and that's not good. That's not good enough. He looks lost at the plates. They all do. And we have reached a spot where it's not even just Johan Rojas now. And somebody in my chat came on in tonight, and they said, I'd rather play Johan Rojas out in center field right now over Brandon Marsh. Am I overreacting? Because I think that guy Might be right. Look, JJ, still early on. It's only April 11th. Okay, this team is 8-5. You know, we can sort of sweep some things under the carpet. It's only going to get better. They're dealing with a slump right now. I mean, my gosh. How can you be so satisfied with a team that only puts up one run, really two, really, I'm going to call it 2 real runs over their last 2 games? And not just that. I mean, like, let's go back to some of those other Braves games, shall we? Ever since they played against the Dodgers, this team has put up a total of just 15 of literally just 10 runs in the last 4 games. That's not good. It's terrible. 10 runs in the last 4 games. 10 runs in the last 3 games is not good, but 10 runs in the last 4 games, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. And Kevin Long. Hello. Hello. That's why I didn't want the coaching staff to come back. I've been seeing a lot of problems, man. Al Bohm, I'm blaming him. But everything else, like, you know, we're chasing after pitches. We're not disciplined. We're giving away at bats a lot of these times. Like, we're in our own heads. And it's not fun. It's disgusting. It's terrible. And I don't know how we get out of this, man. We'll bounce out of this. It's just, it is so bad to watch that I don't blame people sometimes, because we were supposed to get a product out there that was supposed to, these guys were supposed to rake. And now, right now, nobody's hitting. Nobody's hitting. Schwarber's kind of hitting. Harper was kind of hitting. But no one's really hitting the ball. And it's bad. The bullpen did everything that you could have asked. And honestly, I'll say this. The Cardinals team, they are bad. But even still, the bullpen was fine today. And yet your offense is now a concern. Am I overreacting? Please, like, come on. Come talk to me. Come talk to me, man. But this is part of being a Philly fan. You celebrate the highs, and the lows are just like this, man. They're not so much fun. And yet tomorrow's a quicker turnaround. They got to be at the ballpark early because they got a 2:15 start. They do. Ugh. That's how I reacted when I watched this game tonight. Right there. And let me tell you this, for all those people that are on Twitter that are saying that Aaron Nola is the reason why they lost this game, shut up. For the love of God. It's his fault that the Phillies are only able to get 3 hits. That's his fault? Really? It's his fault that he just couldn't get any sort of run support, and he only gave up 2 earned runs. He didn't even give up a home run today. That's his fault? Really? Y'all really annoy the heck out of me sometimes. You know what's even more disgusting? What's even more blah is that the Cardinals were 1 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Ew. It's awful. They left 11 guys on base. This was like watching that one Drake and Josh episode where Drake has a daydream of him and Josh when they're in like their 90s and they're just like old men just doing those slow punches and getting into fights still with each other. And the punches are so slow and it's just so corny. This was a corny game. It was awful. It's just terrible. What a joke. Vegas was actually right tonight. Money line for St. Louis to win this game was at -110. Not going to believe it. They were right. Pozos. Pozos, out of all peoples, the guy that gets on with an RBI double. And that was the difference. That was the difference. That was the difference. Absolutely sad. Really. Oh, but JJ, Christopher Sanchez pitches tomorrow. Yeah. Is he going to get any runs? Will he? I don't like being in this spot. I hate this. I'm usually Mr. Positive. I am. But golly. Miles Michaelis is going to pitch tomorrow. Michaelis gave up all those runs. Are the Phillies just going to wake up tomorrow and get 10 runs? Watch that happen. I don't know. Trey Turner played really good defense today. I'll take that as a positive. I liked that one catch that he made. That was a sliding catch in foul ground. Notice how my tone is being sarcastic right now. I'm not being sarcastic about Trey. It's just that those are the highlights. Those are the good that has happened today. Do you notice how that's not good? If I'm saying that Trey Turner made a nice catch today, that's not good. You put up 0 runs. It's awful. I'm going to read your comments. Make sure that you guys come on here, though, and come talk to me and give me your thoughts. We're not just dealing with Alec Bohm struggling right now. And I said this before, too. His defense, which was getting better, his defense has really gone back to its old ways. I'm watching this guy just, every time he dives, the ball just gets underneath his glove. Like his timing is off. He's in his head. Snap out of it, dude. Just come on. Wake up. Some would say tonight's not really a loss. Well, at least Andrew Painter pitched, hit 100 on the gun a couple of times, and Hernandez pitched a scoreless thing. I'll tell you, Carlos Hernandez actually pitched pretty good. I said during spring training, man, that he has good stuff. He just needs to learn how to locate his sliders, and he needs to catch that outside third of the plate. And tonight he did that. I thought that when he was facing the lefties, he did a good job at getting on the outside parts of the plate, and he really found his spots. You know? Bryson Stott's hitting over 297 this year. Dude, they're all struggling. They're all struggling. Sad. I don't know. Marsh 0 for his last 22. When I'm looking at that stat, I'm like, dude, I'd even put in Johan Rojas over him right now. It's that bad. It's really that bad. Philadelphia back-to-back losses for the first time this season. Again, they're 8-5. Come talk to me, man. The fact that nobody wants to come on here and talk to me tells me that this team is bad. And it's awful. It's terrible. TikTok, we're still live, right? Yep, we are. We got a phone call here. Hold up 1 second. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I was calling for Jason Joseph.
Yeah, what's going on, man? You're live. You're on the Phillies postgame show. What's going on, man?
Hey, so couple things. I didn't really listen much after the season ended last year, but I think our biggest issue is that they believed that they were just the greatest thing going last year with the All-Stars and everything else that they were accomplishing. So they just drifted and they just, relied on – it's like they believed what they were reading in the papers too much. And Thompson needed to stop all that and say, yo, you have a job to do. Yeah, it's okay to have fun, but you have a job to do. These people are paying money to sit in those seats and the time we spend. And they needed a manager to get them focused again. And I don't think that happened. So I think that's continuing into this season. So I honestly think we need not a Tortorella type, but somebody who's going to say, hey, you're all-stars, you're great. Yeah. But you have a job to do. So every time you show up at the ballpark, I'm going to expect, you know what I mean? I think he's just a little bit too lax for these guys. They're professional. They're real good. They're accomplished players, but I don't think this manager is the right guy. He doesn't know how to push their buttons to say, hey, you know what? We're having fun. That, the last couple of years, the Phillies were known, they were just having a great time in that clubhouse. But I think there was too much of that, and there should have been a little more. Hey, we got a job to do this now. Knock it off and let's focus. And I think Harper's the kind of guy to lead the team, but I don't think there's enough of them like that. You need a Darren Dalton,
absolutely,
and Dykstra and Hollins. You need those types of guys in the clubhouse. I don't think this team has those guys. They're just kind of so. If the manager's not going to be that way, then they need some players to step up and be that way, and to kind of manage the attitude of the team. And I think they're just too lazy right now. And they've been that lazy since the last couple of weeks of the season last year. So,
yep. I'm 1,000% with you, and I feel like that this is the reason why I'm not happy with Dave Dombrowski for bringing back the whole entire coaching staff, because those people are the ones that set the tone. Sometimes when you go into a job, right? Sometimes when you have new employees, that come on in, sometimes it's good to have that sort of fresh set of eyes. You know what I mean? And I feel like that this team could use that. I really do. And that's why I was really annoyed coming on into this season that they brought back the whole entire coaching staff, because what are they going to do? They're not going to change their philosophy.
Well, and I totally agree. And the talent is here.
Yes,
and they're going to waste it if they don't replace this management team. Like Rob Thompson, he's a great guy. He's just super nice. But if they're not performing, they need to get somebody in here who's going to, take the raw materials that we have and forge them into the best. And there's no games. Like, you're not there to have fun. We're there to have fun. You're there to do a job. The fans should be celebrating and the playpen or whatever they call it, the kindergarten guys. You know what, man? Leave that stuff no. Let us do that stuff in the stands. You guys have a freaking job. Just like we go to our jobs, man. You guys need to go to yours. So
absolutely, man.
And my screen name is Thomas Jefferson. I was with you last year, and I'm glad to see you're succeeding, brother. And
thanks, man.
Keep up the good work, man. It's early.
Yes.
We got the talent. We just need to adjust the attitude of the players, in my opinion. And once that happens, man, we're gonna be tough. So
I was just going to say, like, man, come back on anytime. If you ever want to talk Phils, you're always 1,000% more than welcome to come on anytime, whether they win or lose, because, man, you give really good insight. And I tend to agree with you on a lot of things when it comes to this. It is still early. Like, we have to put that in perspective. Yeah. It's just, the whole thing about the 162 is that we zoom in, and then we forget to zoom out sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
So
we feel like we wasted 3 hours of our life, but at the same time, I mean, it's a chance you take. You can put in a Netflix movie. You know how it's going to end every time.
That's right.
You're not going to enjoy so it's, I don't know, who do you think is out there that could, put some pressure on this team? I think it's going to become evident that Rob's not the guy. Because you can plug the good players in and still get a decent win record. But if we need somebody, I don't want to say in Girardi, but that type of guy who's gonna, you can't put up with these guys putting forth this lack effort starting in the playoffs last year, man. You gotta. I don't know who's out there, but Larry Boa. I don't know. Like Boa will kick some ass.
I know.
I don't know.
I know.
We've got the raw materials, man. Dombrowski did a great job. There's no reason we can't be. I don't know.
No, it honestly is like a jigsaw puzzle because, Girardi comes on in, doesn't have a conversation with Nick Castellanos. That whole thing goes viral, and then, doesn't call up Bryson Stott, and then all of a sudden, now the team has to loosen up because now they're very, very tense. It's the opposite that's going on right now.
Right.
Now they're so loose to the point where they are tense.
Yeah. Right. Well, how many All-Stars did we have last year? 5?
Yep.
I think.
Yep.
And they just believed, they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna win because everybody's noticing how great we are now. No, man, that stuff. It's classic. It's a classic trap that professional athletes get into. So someone needs to crack that whip, man, and get them straight. So
Thomas,
I think the groundswell needs, because this isn't just the season. It started in the playoffs, and there's no reason we should have flopped like we did the last 2 years in the playoffs. Really, Thompson needed to. I don't know if the guy's ever raised a voice in his life. I mean, sometimes you need that guy. So I don't know, man. It'll be interesting, but we got the raw materials. That's the management did their job. They just need to find somebody who's gonna
put it all together.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is, but
yep. Thank God that's not our job.
Well, we can. You know how we are in Philly, man. We can make some noise until things change. And that's, that might be what we have to start doing. That's true. Saying,
no, you're right.
I think that the answer is probably replacing Thompson, because, like you said, he's just throwing the dart at the lineup, and he's just going with however the dart lands at this point. So I don't know if we're gonna be losing that much if we get rid of him. So
I know, man. Dude, appreciate you for calling in.
Man. Yeah, man. Good luck, brother, and keep up the good work, man.
I appreciate it, man. Shout out to Thomas, man. Shout out to Thomas. Let's go. Let's go, buddy. That was the first time that we actually rang the bell tonight. Isn't that sad? It's true. Yeah, look, okay. I agree that we need a new voice on here. I do. I really do believe that. I just don't know who it's going to be. And I'm at the point now where, do I think that we have the talent? I think that we do have the talent to an extent, but, I mean, my God, like, the Bowman maturity, the Marsh struggles. I mean, like, this guy can't beat out Johan Rojas to play center field every day. He's had a chance for 3 years. Come on. It sucks.
And you know who I know is going to agree with me on the whole vibe? Mark. Mark, come on up here, man. Come talk to me. I guess they'll end up losing on my birthday, says Kevin. But yeah, thanks for calling on in. But yeah. I thought Mark was going to pick on up. He did not, though. Didn't do that just yet. Mark, can you hear me? Mark, you're muted.
Hello?
Can you hear me? Nope. One sec. Every single time. Dylan Town says, I'm also mad. Who else is mad? Better hope Schwarber never goes down. They will be, yeah. Vegas had St. Louis. No, isn't that crazy? Then that's really wild. Sad. Where are we? There we are. What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Ugh. I was very proud of this team tonight, Mark. I don't know if you could tell my voice. I'm so proud, sarcastically.
Yeah, you really proud of this team. How much did he score?
I said during the postgame show, well, Trey made a nice catch. And, well, if that's the only good thing that I have to say tonight, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, sorry about my laugh. I know this team is, pathetic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's terrible. Dude, you know, you said something interesting last night, and I wanted you to talk about it, actually. You were talking about how this baseball team is like the you were talking about how this baseball team just has been so bad to the point where, you know, it kind of reminded you a little bit of the Sixers at some points this year. I mean, just like, what the heck is going on with this team?
It's probably the management, the softness. If you look at 2024, the managers don't talk to their guys or even speak to them in privately. It is hey man, you did good. You'll do great tomorrow. It's get him off and scot free.
Remember, you know what you just made me think of? Do you remember that point last year where Rob Thompson had a quote unquote meeting with his players during the summertime when they were going through that huge struggle?
Yeah, I call BS because if he did, they would have been hitting the ball really great.
Yeah, it's terrible, man. The bullpen wasn't even the problem today. We had one hit from the 4th inning to the 9th inning. I mean, it was just absolutely ugly. And again, I have to reiterate this. The Cardinals were 1 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Mark, do you know how bad you have to be if you lost to a team that's 1 for 13 with runners in scoring position? You know how bad that is?
Yeah, I understand that. It makes us really bad. It's we're way worse than the Braves.
We're at that point now. And look, as I mentioned, the highs are a high, and the lows are absolute lows. And this is just one of those times, man. But Mark, I appreciate you for coming on here. You're the man. Hopefully I'll see you on Sunday, man.
And one more thing.
Go for it.
Remember in what's his name? Run back Philly chat.
Yeah.
Remember we was talking about the team having chemistry and the Philly is run by yes men's.
Yep.
It's we had to get rid of blow up the whole thing because I don't think Rob is fit for this team because remember when the Eagles struggling and doing something dumb, we booing the fans curse at Sirianni. We
yep.
cursed him so bad to a point that he was arguing with the fans. It's we're part of this team too. And
yeah.
If we boo the team and curse out the players and the manager, I think we get the same result as Sirianni has gone through.
I'm with you, man. Honestly, I can't believe that they played last night, and tonight it looked like that they were literally hungover from a party that they were just at, that they stayed till like 7 o'clock in the morning till. And so, it sucks. It does. It sucks.
It does suck, but I'm still rooting for this team. I don't care what they have to go through. I'm still going to keep checking on them, see if they win or not.
Absolutely. And that's what makes you a Philadelphia freak. Right, Mark?
Freak nation all the way.
Absolutely, man. All right. I gotta keep the line going, man. I will talk to you soon, though.
All right, bro. Good luck.
All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to Mark, baby. Let's go. Let's go. That was nice. Yeah. I don't know what's in store for tomorrow. Christopher Sanchez is on the hill. Tomorrow is Sanchez Day. Maybe he'll get some run support. Maybe this team needs a break from me. Maybe they do. Maybe they just need a break from me, and maybe I need a break from them, and maybe Sunday we'll hit the reset button tomorrow, and things will be better. Right? Am I being too optimistic? I don't know. We'll see. Anyhow, that's all I got tonight. I will catch you all.
CeeLo.
Oh, CeeLo wants to come on. CeeLo, what's going on? How are you? You are live.
What's going on, everybody?
You are live. I was just ready to sign off. Saved by the bell. What's going on, my friend? Come talk to me.
I just wanted to say, like last night, I said this in wee hours of the night, right before Ozuna
You were right.
went deep, right before they started the first pitch. I said
You
that
were right.
the Braves and the Phillies were going to lose tonight, and they were both going to look horrible. Both teams looked horrible. That's what happens when you get in at 4 a.m. in another city and have to play the next day.
And you know
This
it
was
sucks.
the wrong move for the Atlanta Braves.
And you know it sucks, man. They got to play at 2:15 and they have to play at 2:15 tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, this like the whole series is going to be wasted because
Yeah.
they had to play this game. They had to get it in. Like it just ruined it.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasted the Braves bullpen by putting those two guys in there, and made these guys tired. It's going to take them at least 2 days to get back to normal. Sunday they'll be all. This whole series for both teams are going to be ridiculous. So.
Yeah, it sucks.
Just had to. I never called in before, so I figured, hey,
Dude, welcome
give it a
aboard. Welcome aboard, dude.
yeah.
I appreciate you for coming
JJ
on.
had called me. I saw JJ call me late last night. I was about half asleep when he called me after it went off the air. But I just wanted to call in tonight, say what's up,
I
everybody,
appreciate it, man.
and we'll see. This was I should have put money down on these guys for definitely a loss. I was going to do it. I was like, this is clearly easy money for all these Vegas guys out there because you're not going to – I've seen the Braves do this before, get in really late and then have to play the next day, and then they were crap.
You ever, go out to a bar and you, regret going to the bar, but you stay out till, 6 o'clock in the morning anyways, and you just get so drunk, and then it's like, well, you got to go into work the next day, or you got to, you have to get up the next day early, and it's like, damn.
Yep.
This was that type of a game.
Yep.
It really was. So. But, dude.
But maybe we can do something for Braves Phillies next time, you and I. We'll figure it out. I don't know how, but I know we do both do our different ways of doing things, but we'll figure it out.
We'll figure something out, my friend. We
I just
absolutely
want to come on here and tell you, I predicted it last night. I said it in the chat. Go back and look.
I love you, buddy. Yep, I did see it, and I wasn't gonna say anything because I figured you were gonna come on tonight. As soon as I saw you in chat and you said I told you, I said, here comes the phone call, and I was ready to hop off, and literally, the bus was about ready to leave, and then all of a sudden, the bus hit the brakes.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
So,
all right.
Y'all have a good night. JJ, you're doing awesome. Keep up the great work.
Thanks, man.
Awesome, dude.
Love you, buddy. All right, take
guys,
it easy.
have a great night.
Yup, you too, man. Shout out to CeeLo. Scott, thanks for posting this video, man. Thanks for posting this channel. I do appreciate that. All right, that is going to wrap it up for me. I'm done. I need to go to bed. I need to think about better things rather than Nick Castellanos swinging at pitches that are 5 feet off the plate, and then, you know, the Phillies just only seeing 7 pitches in 5 innings or whatever it is. Just regardless, really bad stuff. I need to think of happier thoughts. I love you all, though, and I will catch you all in the next one. Just a quick reminder, I'm not going to be on tomorrow. RB is going to be filling on in for us. All right? And he will see you tomorrow afternoon, and I will see you on Sunday afternoon. Lila Tov, good night. Catch you.